Good morning, Franklin Flyers. This is Nico Strand here with
Nate Newman, and today is December 4th, 2015.
Here are the birthdays for this week.
The birthdays for today are Adriana Nicola and Roberto Vasquez. Adriana is turning 7 and Roberto is turning 12. Happy birthday.
Remember that today is the Winter Festival, so please bring all your family and your friends. Also remember that the holiday shop is going to come up soon, so remember to buy gifts for your family.
And now we go into today's and the week's weather. And now for some of your interviews.
To Mrs. Marsh's class in second grade. For our festival, we are singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeers loved him, and he turned out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a fall down in his story.
What made you two become teachers?
Do I go first?
You go first. You've been
Okay.
teaching longer.
I have been teaching longer. I was just started as when I was a little girl. I always wanted to help students, help my friends become what they want to be the best. So I always helped and started teaching.
That is a good reason.
That's why I wanted to teach.
That is a very good reason.
I remember as a child, though, playing teacher,
Yes.
playing school at home and, being the boss.
Yes.
But I became a teacher because I enjoy working with children. So.
What do you enjoy seeing your kids do?
Get that
aha
aha
moment,
moments.
like we talked about. I
Yes.
love that.
Light
That
bulb.
makes me just well up in pride when I see that. Oh, I see it, or I get it, and
When
that
they
kind of
finally
thing.
get something and they're proud of it.
What is your style of teaching?
I like the step-by-step, making sure that everybody knows, it, and then showing a variety of strategies so that they don't get cornered into one way of learning, so that they're able to learn step-by-step, but many different ways to get to the right answer.
I see.
And I do it concretely to make sure that they can understand and whatever they can do first and then build upon that. More or less like a step-to-step, but it also helps them understand, see, hear, say, and do. If they can do it, they can see it, they can say it, they can explain it, then they've internalized it and they know it.
That's good. What do you want out of all your students once they leave this class?
I'd like them, every class I've ever had, I've always wanted them to become responsible and organized, because if you become responsible and organized, school will be a walk in the park every year that you go into, because if you're responsible and organized, you've got it all together.
And I've always wanted to make sure that they can read. And if they can read, they can be able to understand what they're reading.
So that brings me to my next question. What is your favorite subject to teach the most?
Oh, I love to teach writing. I love to teach like literature circles. I'm having so much fun this year on literature circles. I love to to teach something like a project that they have to develop on their own, those kind of things, kind of like step back and say, show me what you can do.
But they've already are transferring the skills that they've already taught step by step.
Technology has been fun, teaching them that stuff.
Yes.
And you love?
I like teaching reading, how to read, and making sure that they know their phonics. And if they can do that, then they can read to understand instead of just learn to read.
Exactly. And I can say on behalf of all the students, we enjoy the technology part of it as well.
I bet.
Yeah.
You're getting smarter than the rest of us.
Thank you, Mrs. S&J Johnson. Tell me your name.
Caleb Thompson.
All right. So, Caleb, what is your favorite subject to learn about?
My favorite subject to learn about is probably math because you can do as many styles as you want to answer these questions. Like other subjects, you have one thing to focus on to answer all the questions.
Do you like Mrs. S&J Johnson's style of teaching?
Yes, I do because I like Mrs. S. Johnson's teaching because she refers to cool books and movies that we've all seen, and Mrs. J. Johnson speaks in a kind of funny way sometimes.
And I'll ask you one final question. Do you like school?
I love school because I love to read, I love math, I love my friends, I like almost everything about school.
Thank you, Caleb. All right, to our next interview. Hello, can you tell me your name?
Katie Shearer.
All right, Katie, here's your first question. What is your favorite subject to learn?
Math because you like to get to add, subtract, multiply, and divide like that, and you also get to show your work on your paper like that.
Do you like Mrs. S&J Johnson's style of teaching?
Yes, I like Mrs. S. Johnson's style because she commands what the persons are supposed to do, even though they ignore them, if she ignored them or not.
Okay, and here's your last question. Do you like school?
Yes, I do because I get to meet all my friends at school. I get to have fun. I learn about new stuff, and I get to meet, and I get to play with my friends.
Thank you. To our next name.
Jackson Lopez.
All right, Jackson. Here's your first question.
Okay.
What is your favorite subject to learn about?
Word work because you get to learn and how to pronounce words in the right and the good way.
Do you like Mrs. S&J Johnson's style of teaching?
Yes. They do a very good job teaching in the way they do teaching.
Okay, and here's your last question. Do you enjoy school?
Yes. I enjoy school because you can meet all your friends, and if they live far away, you can meet them and you can come to school every day ready to learn.
All right, thank you. To our next, what's your name?
Ava Brown.
All right, Ava. Here's your first question. What is your favorite subject to learn about?
Math because we get to learn things that we've never learned before.
That's a good reason. And do you like Mrs. S&J Johnson's style of teaching?
Yes, because they're not because they don't let kids do whatever they want and mess around in class.
And here's your final question. Do you like school?
Yes, because I get to play with my friends. Because I get to play with my friends and I get to make new friends.
Thank you. That's all for our interviews. Catch you next time on Franklin Announcements. You stay classy, Franklin superheroes. And please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.